Hello, and welcome back to The Bastard Children of Everil and Bardoon Adventure. Previously on The Bastard Children of Everil, the bastards stood before the eerie cave they had stumbled upon, and discussed whether or not they were merely wishing to survive, or to take their inheritance. Their conversation was interrupted by the same laugh that Abydan heard the night before, and they all saw a blonde child with a white dress run into the cave. Very hesitantly, they decided it was best to go into the cave. Tilda transformed into a rat and scurried inside, seeing much of the fog from before, and happening upon a forged golden ring that was broken. The pattern paralleled the way that Chaz had appeared in Everil. Numerous words in many languages were written on the ring, but one word she could read was the name Versi. She scampered out of the cave and explained this to the others. Abydan finally told them that Versi was the one who spoke with him in Everon, and informed them all that he had told him. Quincy grabbed a stick, and Buddy, using his mage hand spell, walked inside. He tapped the stick on the ring, and it began morphing into hundreds of black, purple, and red scorpions. He threw the stick against the wall, and the girl reappeared. She revealed herself as the Empress, the shadow scorpion from the Nine Maris that Rhetiran had told the bastards about just 2 days before. Thinking quickly, Buddy came up with a clever deception. He told the Empress that he was sent by Chaz directly to speak with her. He told her that Chaz had a mission for her to go to Rhetiran and take it. She was confused and asked if Versi had already failed, and Buddy said yes. The Empress seemed to buy the deception. He walked out, warning the others what was coming, and they caught on to what was happening. Using the signet ring of the king, Buddy said that Herix had given Rhetiran into her hands, and to attack from the back gate, while they took the front. She began running, and the bastards made all haste to Rhetiran to try and warn them in time. They traveled as fast as they could for 2.5 days. Once they arrived, they warned the gate guards of the attack, but they were extremely passive. Helaena made them take her to their commander, and told him as well. He said that the city would be locked down, and offered that they could speak to the head of House Rhetiran as well, Lord Grinnis Helid. They went to his estate, and Helaena stood guard outside. Upon speaking with Grinnis, it was clear that he was not in his right mind. Tilda noticed his face and hands were covered in sores. They continued to push him, but he would not say much more than that there had been disappearances in the city. Quincy kept talking, and Abydan conducted the cleansing ritual he found in Everon. As it is completed, Grinnis gasped. Suddenly, a horrific change came across the guards with Helaena and Grinnis himself. Terrible tentacles burst from their sores in their faces and wriggled around violently. Grinnis let out one last breath, screaming Versi has taken over the city. Versi is everywhere. And that is where we are in The Bastard Children of Everil and Bardoon Adventure. And the story continues now.
Well, hey there, gang.
Hello.
Hey!
Hola.
I feel like we do this every time.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We do this every time, and it's always a fun time. I love you guys. Y'all are fun.
Oh.
All right,
Cool.
So we're going to pick up right where we left off, except you guys were generously given a level up, right?
Yeah.
In between.
I feel like we deserve it, personally.
Yeah,
We didn't beat a spider for nothing.
Viewers at
yeah.
home.
If we were doing XP, we would be like level 5 now.
Displacement beasts? Anybody?
I would like to say the reason he gave us a level up is because he's scared of what he's going to unleash on us tonight.
That's not true.
Don't say that.
Why would I lie to our passionate audience?
Passionate,
Yeah, but we did level up. Yeah, we're
we
now
leveled up.
level 3.
Everybody's level 3. So we're gonna start with Quincy, then go to Tilda, then go to Buddy, then Helaena, then Abydan, and go over very briefly what you guys gained from your level up, and then we will get cracking right as the soldiers outside of the estate are changing, we'll call it, as well as where you guys saw Versi breathe its last. So, Quincy, let's start with you.
Yeah, so as part of level 3, I got to choose my Bardic College finally, which was the College of Swords, which means I can now wear medium armor and maybe, hopefully, not die as often as soon as I get a suit of that, whatever kind. But I also get the Blade Flourish, which lets me do a lot of stuff whenever I attack. And normally I would be able to choose like either dueling or two weapon fighting for my fighting style. But I did clear this with you before. Neither of those really suited my thoughts, so I actually
Yeah.
chose the superior technique fighting style and chose the trip attack maneuver as the battle master thing that I got. I also got expertise in investigation and persuasion.
Very, very cool. That's going to be more useful later. All right, awesome.
Yeah, and also second level spells.
Very cool. Tilda, you're up next.
Mine is much less exciting. I have more HP and second level spells. Nothing. I think I get more stuff at fourth level because second level I got to choose my circle. But I did add some fun second level spells.
Yeah. Yeah. Very fun. Very, very fun. What is your favorite spell out of this that you chose? Do you have
Out
one?
of the ones that I mean, I only got to choose 2, but I chose Enhance Ability and Flaming Sphere.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, those are good.
Yeah,
Those
I
are
figured
good spells.
Especially for while you're wild shaped.
Mm-hmm. Well, and Enhance Ability is really good. Like, I feel like it matches with the wild shaping because I give people the ability to be like different types of animals. Strength.
Yeah.
And then at this point, I have an Ice Knife and Flaming Sphere. I think she's just like
Master
full
of
spectrum.
You're hot and you're cold. You're yes and you're no.
No, copyright.
Oh gosh.
That's why it was less than 6 seconds. I am quitting now. So
Fair use,
Jason,
fair
here's my
use.
resignation.
I'll
You will no
pass it to
longer
the
be seeing
CEO.
me anymore.
All right, awesome. Who was next that we said? Buddy?
Oh, well, I chose my pact, and I'm not going to tell you guys what it is.
Good. You don't need to.
I bet it's Chain. And Nantucket is your familiar.
And that's what I thought everybody was going to think.
Which is why he didn't do it.
I picked some spells. My thing about the Pact of the Chain, because I thought about this, that was my initial intent, but I'm like, I already got a rat.
Yeah.
I've already got the rat. So
And
why not take
Nantucket's
something-
awesome.
So maybe I've got some spells that are gonna I'm a utility spell slut where I just it's not a bad word.
It's just a descriptor. It's just a descriptor.
I'm just confused by what that means.
It means that I love and I genuinely just want utility spells. I love utility spells so much. I want to be able to do and help people and give things like I don't care about damage. That's Eldritch Blast is the best damage any warlock's gonna have. Who cares? Everything else is just gonna be like, cool. Hey, Helaena, why don't you climb up to the top of this tower? Spider climb. Hey, how about you get a nice little advantage on this divine smite before you come in, Abydan, and you're invisible before the fight? I don't know, why not?
Ooh.
I like it.
That's good.
I like it. I like
it
the
also
utility
jives
planner.
with Buddy's personality too.
It really
yeah,
does.
I do choose I do choose spells based on how well I can prank people.
I wasn't thinking
Oh,
pranking.
yeah.
I was more thinking like you're the biggest supporter of the family right now. So like
Yeah, that's where my brain went to.
Oh, I choose them based on. That's why I chose Mage Hand based on how well I can mess with you guys.
That's great.
Very effective.
That's also fun. All right, cool. Next up is Helaena.
I got to choose my fighter archetype, and I went with champion.
What?
What?
Everyone here thought you were going to be Battle Master.
Nobody picks champion these
The
days.
first person
What
that
is
ever
this?
picked champion.
Yeah, no. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause.
I think we have to clap for that. Yeah.
Honestly, that for the viewers at
That's the
home,
biggest surprise of the century. I will say.
For the listeners at home,
Sorry, keep
picks
going.
Champion. Nobody picks champion.
He's correct. No one picks champion, but it was done for a specific character development reason as well, and I like it. So, listeners, if you do not know, the only thing I get when I choose this archetype is I can now, I crit on a 19 and a 20, and I get some really cool things later on. But Kate, I know you said yours was boring, and the only new thing I do is crit on a 19. But there's character development going on. I had Wade Battlemaster, but
absolutely. That's props to you. Yeah.
Okay, so champion, you crit 1920, which makes my life hell. But what else does that get you?
That's where I get things at later levels, but I'm going to leave that as a surprise.
Okay, very good. Leave that as a surprise.
I mean, I got more HP, but didn't everybody?
Yeah. What is your HP? 35?
35.
Oh no, he hits you for 36 damage.
Oh no. Oopsie.
Bonus action.
All damage.
Better luck next campaign.
What's that? He has multi-attack? Oh, you're dead? Sorry, shame.
All right, Abydan, you're up next.
So Abydan Renevar, third level. Technically, right now he doesn't have a lot that I'm willing to share because it involves him becoming the paladin he was meant to be. But as this session goes on, I think there'll be illumination between the audience and what I have chosen for him. So I got an extra spell slot in health at this point, and some nifty goodies that will be revealed as the night goes on.
Very, very cool.
As the battle rages.
Well, as the battle rages on around you guys, there is no battle. There's not been a battle yet. You guys have just been sort of watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so.
That was good until you
anyways, as you I watched several people's eyes look up at me and then roll them. It was wonderful.
I'm just waiting on the description of what's about to happen.
Yeah. Okay, let's get into that. Let's just jump in. 4 of you are still inside the manor house or the mansion of Lord Grinnis. And Helaena, we're actually going to start with you outside with the 2 guards because the others are going to have a brief moment of being able to collect themselves. But Helaena, you notice something. You notice something is up. You notice the trembling of legs of the soldiers as their bodies begin to shake violently, almost as though having a seizure, but not their entire bodies necessarily, mostly just their faces and their extremities. Helaena, you notice this. What do you do?
Is it only the guards beside me, or are townspeople who are walking by also exhibiting this?
Make a perception check.
Oh gosh. Everyone remembers how I roll, right? Poorly.
That's why she chose to crit on a 19.
I mean, I won't lie.
Honestly.
There are some later game bonuses too that help with the fact that I can't roll for heck. 12 total.
You are so captivated by what is happening to your fellow soldiers that is where your attention is drawn.
I think Helena's first instinct is either they've been poisoned, there's some sort of magic affecting them, and immediately she'll turn to look at probably the one on her right. Soldier, can you hear me? I'll take that as a no. Doors locked or unlocked behind me?
Unlocked.
Immediately opens the doors to shout into just the vastness of the hall. Guys, something's happening to soldiers. We should... Guys?
How far into the manor house were we?
Only about 2 rooms in.
Helena's going to
enough to where
get
you could
inside,
hear her. Yes.
slam
Okay,
the
good.
door, and she's going to start to barricade the door.
Yeah.
Buddy, when he hears that, is going to point in the general direction of Helaena and cast message
Hey.
and say, "Oh, things are getting real weird in here, so we could have you in here quick, it'll be better."
I can respond to that, right?
Yes.
So whispering in your ear.
Buddy, this is the strangest way I think we've ever communicated, and we had a moment the other night. I'm gonna barricade the doors. Sounds good to everybody?
I'm gonna cast message back and I say, "Sounds good to me, but please don't tell anybody else I can do this. I want to have fun with it first." All right, see you in a bit.
Okay, good deal. Yeah, Helena's gonna start to barricade the doors. DM, do I need to roll? Is there things that I can...
You look around you, and the first thing that you're able to see is an entranceway table, key drop table. As you look... What was that?
I'm also gonna, lock it, because I assume the locks on this thing are decent.
Yes, there are internal locks, yeah.
Yeah, just dragging furniture, making sure it's locked, trying to barricade the door.
Yeah, absolutely. You're able to successfully do that. I'm not going to call for a check or anything like that. That worked well enough. Okay? All right. Now to the four of you. What do you guys do at this moment?
What is happening with Grinnis?
What specifically do we see?
Yeah.
Before I say what I do.
Yeah, that's important because Quincy and I are right next to the guy as he squids out. So.
Squids out.
Squids out.
I mean, I assume we're covering cerebrospinal fluid and all that kind of fun stuff.
That's kind of what it is. It's more of a puce color. This puce color spray that happened. Sorry, Kate. Kate's about to have to dip.
I did say I quit earlier, so we're just...
Yeah.
He's gonna skedaddle.
So is he sprouting tentacles? Is he seizing out?
Yes.
What?
He is also shaking violently, and you are able to see tentacles begin to emerge through what looks to be just tiny pores in his face, where the sores had previously been. It's really popular for people to watch those videos. I've never watched one, but the pimple popping thing.
Popper.
Oh
yeah, no, I can't.
I don't like
it. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's
so
what
it's
this
that,
is,
but with tentacles. Ugh.
That's
okay.
that's
So
what
Tilda is like, absolutely not, and runs to Quincy. It's like, I did not sign up for this, and I grab your arm and I say, you are not going to die again, and I cast guidance on you.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, specifically, I shake my arm off of her, and I go to Grinnis, and I grab the front of his shirt, and I just start pulling him up, like, Lord Grinnis, are you still there? No, you can't. You are the only person in this town that could probably help us.
DM.
Abydan.
As Quincy has hauled Lord Grinnis up to his feet, I'm just gonna come up from.
No, just the head, kind of shaking him by the short collar while he's laying on the ground.
You know you're getting goo on you, right?
I don't care at this point. I have gloves.
Abydan is gonna come over and just shield bash the dude's head to the ground again.
Abydan, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get him unconscious so we don't have to deal with him right now.
Roll for damage.
I would like to say this is non-lethal bludgeoning damage, sir. What would
It's
I
just
roll for
an
damage?
improvised weapon.
Yeah,
with
it's
the
an
shield.
improvised weapon with the shield.
Like a
Yeah.
D4 then?
D4 plus strength.
Alright, well, I don't have a strength mod, so 2 points of damage.
Okay. He does get moderately concussed. He's not unconscious, but he
I
does.
suppose you're right.
Do it again,
Abydan,
then.
I know that you're probably right, but we have to make sure that we can get any more information out of him.
Quincy, we are not. And then I do it again.
Roll the
We're
hit
not
this
what?
time.
Roll a hit this time? Alright. 19 on the dice. But I don't have a
Yeah,
strength.
that'll hit. It'll hit.
Non-lethal damage again.
Yep, that's fine.
3 plus nothing.
With the 3 points of damage, he's taken 5 at this point. Okay. He's taken 2 good smashings into the head, but is not unconscious yet. You just hear him faintly go, "Ugh," as he's choking out.
With a pained look, Quincy agrees with Abydan and will unsheath his dagger, and with the pommel of it, just try and knock him over the head.
Better you than me. You're stronger.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
That's a 24.
A 24 will absolutely hit.
And that will be 7 points of bludgeoning non-lethal damage.
Okay, glad you said non-lethal because you didn't mention it before. Very good, sir.
Well, I said to knock him out.
You did say, and with the pommel.
Knocked out dead.
Very different.
He's unconscious and dead.
Is he?
He is now unconscious. That is correct. Yes.
Quincy will.
At this point, you guys are able to sort of just stand over him and watch as the tentacles that have sprouted from his face begin to flail rapidly, just sort of flicking like tails.
Quincy, touch it.
No thanks. No thanks. I'll resheath the dagger and just kind of like shake my hands violently, trying to get the goop off.
We can worry about that later. Let's get him tied up now.
I'm gonna run to the window. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you go. I'm gonna do a joke.
Is there a window in the room?
Yeah, there are several windows.
Can I run to one of the windows to just kind of see outside to see if anyone is advancing on us, or like just to see kind of what I see?
Yeah, no, make a perception check.
Will do. Let's see. 18.
With an 18, you're able to see out the windows, and
that's it. I'm able to see out the window.
yeah, you're able to see out the window. It's beautiful. It's beautiful
Very
outside.
Continue. Sorry, that
Get your face real close to it and start breathing, and it fogs up. You're like, I can't see anything.
Damn.
Just my nose is on top of the like banister. Like, okay, I can see out.
Oh,
anyway, you can continue. Sorry.
Short jokes.
That was the most like middle school like joke of cutting him off. Like, oh wow, that's all I see.
I see a window. Thanks.
You look out the window, and that's not all you see. You are able to see. You're able to see out the window, and you're able to see that guards are on their patrol, or the guards who were previously on their patrol, who were ushering people into houses, have seemingly completely stopped doing that. All of which now seem to be sporting some sort of light pink beard.
Tilda, what you see?
So, these guards, Helaena, did they have light pink beards?
She's a couple rooms over.
Wait,
never
that's
mind.
something we need to figure out.
Never
Have I
mind.
finished barricading the room? Because as soon as I'm done, I'm
yes.
going to.
Helaena, you were able to join at this point.
Yeah,
I would
assume
assume
that
she'd
I've like
join.
run into the room as you're asking me this.
And I asked that question to you, I guess.
I'm sorry, light pink beards? No.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. Because they all have light pink beards outside.
I'm going to go to the window and see what the heck she's talking about.
Is it in fact tentacles?
Yes, it is in fact tentacles.
No.
I was thinking
Sorry,
about
mistaken.
And this is
I need
these are
glasses.
these are the men, the women, the children too. All of them soldiers who
The children
have sprouted these.
They're all dwarves. They've got beards.
Pink.
Do we think this is from like? Did they have contaminated drinking water, like the hamlet we were at, and it's caused
No.
some sort of?
I don't believe so. I know, Buddy, you said that the Empress asked if Versi had failed?
Yeah, and I kind of lied and said, yeah, he totally did. I'm starting to assume my lie was
Where
too.
is she?
Well, no. The Lord Grinnis
Wait.
said just before he started to transform that Versi is everywhere. I believe Versi has already taken control, and he's even done it to every one of the citizens.
Are they noting the manor house like they know we're in there, or are they just continuing about their days with tentacles?
They are continuing out their days with tenties.
No, I don't like that.
That is not it.
Mommy, I want tinties.
Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Chicken tinties.
We're gonna cut that in post.
We're not. We're not.
We're not. We're leaving this
It's
in.
horrible. My
Leaving this in.
skin is crawling.
Good.
How did Versi do this? How did he get every single? I know he's the son of a mind flayer, so he's like a mind dude. But like, was he able to take control of the whole village with some sort of power, or is it?
I'll be honest. I
Like,
don't know enough about
I want
any
to
of this
leave.
or how it works.
Yeah, I don't think any of us do. But we might be barricaded into this house.
We're
If
surrounded
Versi
on
can
all
do this-
sides.
Well, we
If
can get
Versi-
out.
No, if Versi can do this here, imagine what Shavera and he can do at the capital city. Can they take over everyone?
Probably.
What is Everil gonna be if we all have tentacle beards? Which I refuse to have. I will be leaving as soon as I can.
That is what I've been trying to bring up every single day that we've been traveling.
Yes, Quincy, you talk a lot. Continue.
I will. I'm going to try and find some better armor around here. Because I am a sitting duck right now.
I'm also going to try to find armor because I just don't have any armor.
I think if we're looking for
Yes.
gear or anything of that sort, we go down. Usually it's kept in basements, secured in some way.
DM, I have a
Abydan.
question for you. And I'll address the party and you at the same time. Before we do that, you all remember the discussion we had a few weeks ago about
Few weeks.
a few days.
It's felt like
Stress.
weeks.
It felt like weeks.
It's felt like 2
Discussion
months.
We had about, I don't know what you're talking about, but all right. Where
Oh no, they know our recording schedule. Oh no.
Shavera could maybe convert the entire nation into his unwilling army.
Yes,
What if
Yes.
this is part of that? This is the
it
next
absolutely
step.
is.
But what can we do to stop it?
Find out as much as we can from this guy before we leave.
I
That's
think,
why I didn't want to knock him out.
That's not the kind of information we
guys, this is maybe a problem for later, because we currently have tentacle people walking around, and I have no idea how long it is until they notice that we do not have tentacles.
Well, as
Quincy?
long as we stay away from the windows, we're safe, right?
We don't know that. They're mind flayers mean anything to you?
Tilda.
No.
Are the tentacles still flailing about, or have they calmed down like they have?
They've calmed down at this point.
Who's
I'm
tying him up?
Someone tie him up.
Do
but
it,
I'm gonna...
Tilda.
Okay, I can go tie him up, but I also want to chop off one of the tentacles and see what
Yep.
happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna
that
do
was-
that too.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
So-
good call.
Hive mind.
Do I need to roll anything for tying up or chopping, or?
No, he's unconscious, so it's
So-
an uncontested strength check. You also are able to cut off one of the tentacles. Probably what would be advised the longest one that has grown at this point.
I don't want to get. I want to basically get as close without getting too close, so I can just kind of chop it with my scimitar. So
Yeah.
one of the longest ones would be.
Yeah, roll to hit. Don't get a 1.
I will do my darndest.
Cut off your own hand.
18 on the die.
Okay, great. Good.
I would have laughed really hard if I had gotten a 1, but I can.
If you got a
re-roll
1,
once.
you would
I
have
found
slit
out.
his throat.
Here's the thing. I found out last session that one of my character traits is that or racial traits is that I'm lucky, and I can't roll nat ones.
That's
Well,
true.
Yeah.
Just 1 in 400 chance.
Yeah.
Anyways, so as you're able to chop off this longer tentacle, you get about 3 inches off the tentacle, and it sort of flails about briefly on the ground and then turns a very light shade of gray.
Okay, so I really don't want to do this, and it's not technically pink, but we could put these on our face, and maybe the guards are dumb enough that they won't notice, so we can sneak away.
I think that is probably the worst idea that we
idea.
could do with these tentacles.
I agree with Quincy.
Okay, then maybe we should at least take one with us so we can, I don't know, investigate it further or find somebody who can.
We do not know how people get infected, so I think that not carrying around a tentacle would be a good idea.
Hold on.
Quincy, Abydan, Tilda, where are the servants' entrances in these manors usually? Any
Hold on.
ideas?
They could.
Runs back.
Servant
Would I-
entrances
yeah.
tend to be. They also are hidden within rooms. They don't want to be seen.
That's
So-
the
I find
point.
I find a bookshelf and I just start pushing.
Expertise in investigation.
I do.
Buddy.
I do have that.
Yeah.
Buddy, make an
No, I have
investigation
that
roll.
No, I was telling Quincy to.
Oh,
I'll
Quincy. I'm
because
sorry.
I have it. I have
Yeah.
the expertise.
Yeah, I'll assist him to give him advantage.
Thank you. So with advantage, that's going to be 14 plus 7.
Nice.
21's pretty good.
Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a
You take
13
it
and
from
14.
With a 21, as you are pulling books, or as you're pushing up on the shelves, you don't necessarily notice that there's like a hidden book entranceway or anything like that. But you do notice a dumbwaiter directly next to the bookshelf. As you look at the dumbwaiter, you can see that it's a false dumbwaiter. And this dumbwaiter is in fact a door.
Oh, the dumbwaiter's actually a door.
Correct.
You know, that's even dumber. Wait. It's
Sure.
even dumber as a... okay,
That's-
yeah. So what's behind the door? What's behind the door?
A staircase that leads down.
Ooh. Is it lit by anything?
Nope, it's dark.
I'll take the lead. I can see these things. Quincy, you want to grab a place over there?
Yeah. I will, I guess for now, Dagger, do the cast light by running my gloved hand across the blade, and producing the blind effect as before. And then I will grab Lord Grinnis under one arm, assuming I can carry him while he's tied up.
Yeah.
Quincy, wait.
Yes.
Before you take him down, there's something I want to see. I'm going to go over to his face. And how close to the window is this? Because I'd like to look out the window when I do this.
Relatively close.
I'm going to take out my own dagger and cut off one more tentacle. And I want to observe the guards outside to see if there's any disruption in the way they've been moving as soon as the blade cuts through.
No, not particularly.
All right, well, that's good. They don't share senses yet.
Okay. Helaena.
Throw the
Are there any other servants, butlers, anybody inside?
Not that have been seen as of yet.
Okay.
So close the door behind us for sure.
Oh, yes.
That might actually buy us some additional time.
Let's get moving then. Versy's waiting.
Lead the way, buddy.
Let's all go down the stairs. What do I see with my what do my half-elven eyes see?
As you look forward with your half-elven eyes, you're able to see the staircase that just leads into what actually becomes a cooking space, a kitchen.
Ooh, a kitchen. Is there food?
Yeah, no, there's food.
I'm gonna start just putting some bread rolls or something in my bag.
Buddy,
Yeah.
I maybe wouldn't touch the food. We, again, don't know how these people got infected.
I've eaten worse.
Worse than food that might turn you into a tentacle monster?
Yeah, I've eaten straight from the garbage. I've eaten after rats, after pigeons. It's fine. My immune system is quite refined. I should be fine.
DM.
I'm not gonna eat it now. We'll cook it again later. We'll refry these beans.
Okay. As you guys are looking over through the kitchen, yeah, nothing really actually seems off about this. This is a normal living space.
But there's
No
nobody in
servants here either.
right?
No, there are no servants here either, but you do realize that you're at the underground portion of the manor house or of the mansion, which would lead you to other portions of the underground portion of the underground.
No windows.
No windows
Okay.
All right. It's a
Noah.
start.
or Abydan.
Internally, I'd like to ask, I don't know what kind of role you would have for this, but traditionally with populations being infected in the history of Everil, like, has there been like an underlying commonality between both the rich, the guards, and the poor being infected? Like, has there been
This would be
or-
absolutely revolutionary. No, that
No.
any other sicknesses would have been sequestered off. and this would not have happened.
All right. I was like thinking maybe
make an insight roll.
Insight 21. 5 plus 16.
As you think about this, one of two options really come to mind. That this is either something people have been forced into doing, or that all of these people did it willingly. Maybe not so much as a sickness that was spread.
All right, so let's see here. Where do we think the more important rooms would be down here?
As an
Probably-
expert. Oh, Helaena, I'm sorry for cutting you off, please.
As far from the kitchen as possible, risk of fires. Usually manor houses include a kitchen, a laundry, pantry, rooms for the servants, but not near the rooms for the servants because they wouldn't trust them to have access. We may be looking for a hidden room off of one of these.
A deeper, more
even
underground
a deeper
room.
level, yes.
Great. Well, I guess we should just start combing the bottom layer of this then.
I think we
I don't
don't
have
need to comb the kitchen. We can, but I
Yeah, we
don't think
might
they
not
would have
even.
put valuables near fire.
Yeah, there wouldn't even be any hair in the kitchen anyway.
Quincy.
I don't have
For,
much of my
for us to comb. You know,
Yes, ha
Yes,
ha,
Abydan.
Quincy.
Quincy.
Your sense of humor belies your wit.
Oh, that wouldn't hurt.
Thank you.
Quincy.
Yes.
Does Grinnis have anything on his person that would give us a clue at where he's keeping things? You're the one carrying him.
I like shake him around. Do I hear anything like jiggling?
Make an investigation roll.
Why'd you say jiggle? Why'd you say? You could have said,
You could've said
wait,
jingle,
jangle.
but you didn't.
Yeah, no,
I meant
I
to.
You
Quincy,
hear his beer belly going wibble, 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 wibble.
I'm gonna tap Quincy on the shoulder and cast guidance and say, "You got it."
I already cast the
Thanks.
guidance.
Well, that was like for the minute ago, but I.
It doesn't go away
yeah,
until you wait.
that's a 13.
With a total 13, you notice that there is, in fact, a set of keys on Grinnis's person. This set of keys will open every door that you guys would potentially encounter.
Oh.
Wonderful.
Look at that.
Keep going.
My method worked. Didn't even have to
You're
put him down.
Your sound effect was horrible, though. Continuing
Uh,
on.
Yes, Abydan, why don't you take those keys and then we'll find a door that it'll lead to.
I hope it's not ajar.
No, it's a
Jar
door,
in the
not a
kitchen.
jar.
Sorry, he's getting to me. I apologize to everyone.
This is a quite a family unit we have here. Let's kind of like look and see what else is.
Here.
I'm just gonna leave the kitchen.
Yeah. Buddy, as you leave the
Oh.
kitchen, go ahead and make an investigation roll, please.
Oh, I'm gonna guide myself. I'm gonna touch myself.
I'm going to help you. Can I help you?
Is he helping me?
Can I help you touch yourself?
Oh, okay. Hey,
No.
hey, hey.
Hang on a minute.
Roll Tide. Investigation is a 19.
Great. One of the first rooms that you come across that looks of any interest to you guys pass servant rooms and whatnot that all appear to be empty as you guys go through it. You're able to understand that you guys are alone in the under portions of the manor house, aside from each other. The first real thing that pops out to you is actually sort of a pseudo guard station. It's a locked room that you'll need the keys for, but presumably you all walk together. The keys have been given to Buddy, whatever, and Buddy, you're able to see an armory of sorts that is there for specifically Grinnis and his servants in case the people were attacked. It looks remarkably disheveled. Helaena.
Are there any indications of people having left in a rush? Dirty pots left on the stove, in the kitchen. So it looks like people just scattered pretty quickly.
Yes, all of the above, all around. Yes. And again, it is echoed by the disheveled nature of this armory room, where it looks like certain things are potentially missing, but there's still enough for you guys to potentially pick through.
So we are all at the armory room now?
Yes, that's correct.
So Quincy wants to go in and just see what sort of armors there may be lying around, specifically if there's any
medium
under
armor.
The classification, of medium armor.
Yes, there is medium armor. There is medium armor that covers from head to toe. Looks to be roughly your size, but can be adjusted for someone a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller than you.
Is there
specifically the colors of Rhetiran?
Okay. Which what would those colors be?
The colors of Rhetiran are a vibrant orange and a almost lime green.
No red.
Yeah, no Rhetiran.
No Rhetiran. They get that joke enough.
So out of hide, chain shirt, scale mail, breastplate, half plate, what would be there available?
Half plate.
Okay. Well, Quincy will definitely take a set of half plate armor and start putting it on, and actually offer his set of leather armor to Buddy.
How tall are you? How big are you?
Like over 6 foot and
absolutely, I'm going to take it.
Jacked. Yeah.
We've established there's half plate. Is there full plate?
No.
There's plant mail?
If you wanted a full plate, I just got one from the kitchen.
You're still going to eat that after everything we just discussed and saw?
The rich people's food never gets touched in a plague.
I just gesture.
How can you have an
Grimace,
appetite?
Tied up and unconscious on the ground.
I grew up on the street. I always have an appetite.
That's fair.
So what are the heavy armors for Helaena would there be?
Look, Helaena, here's a +3 breastplate.
Good God, no.
Darn it. I'm in chain, so splint or full plate is the next up for me.
I'm changing my mind. It's something that rarely happens. You are able to find full plate.
Oh, wow.
I love you. Have I mentioned that?
Wait.
Not that you guys need it, but you guys may need it.
Yeah, that sounded really sus there, DM.
Can I
According
find
to
any
you,
armor for children?
Yes, you may, Tilda. Tilda, there's practice armor. It's made of cardboard. It's there.
No! I'm wearing leather. I want to be buff.
Okay.
You would be able to get.
I'm proficient in light and medium.
Yeah.
Nice.
In medium armor, you are able to find a chain shirt that.
But
look at that.
technically, for druids, you're not able to wear metal armor for some reason.
That's so true. I misstep. It's a metal.
It's part
thing.
of the
Druid lore. Can't do
I think it's something
D&D
from
Beyond
like
lets me
previous
do
edition. Well, yeah, you can don armor that you're not able to.
Tilda.
That you're not proficient in, and there's some sort of negatives to that.
Wait,
I got
so
a
Quincy,
warrant.
do you just pass your armor to Tilda then?
No, you
I
get
No,
have
she's
leather
already
armor.
in leather. I passed it to Buddy because he doesn't have any armor.
Oh, that's right.
Tilda, if you put on that armor and you steal that armor, you do realize that there is going to be a small medium at large.
Wow. That was impressive,
Wow.
Buddy. I want to high five you after that.
DM.
Ugh. Fine. The children armor doesn't fit me. I'm too small.
The best.
That's kind of heartbreaking.
That's okay. I have cool swords
It's true.
and
Yes.
spells. You know what? I don't want to fight anyway.
How you doing,
I
Abydan?
want to go.
Yeah, Abydan.
I want to leave. Abydan, go ahead.
I don't really need any better armor because I already, for what I need to do, I'm good. But is there anything that catches Abydan's eye, like a shield or anything or I don't know, something that speaks to him as a dexterous...
This is a very common-esque room, so probably not.
Mr. DM, sir?
Yes, buddy.
Can I see that he is looking for something that speaks to him? And then can I cast message? And when he's looking at a shield and go, Abydan, the shield is destined for you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll for performance or deception. I'll let you pick.
That is a 12 on the die, so a 18 deception.
Ooh.
Wow. All right.
You pick it
Then
up.
you find a circular shield, a circular buckle shield that does seem to speak out to you relatively well.
Oh, strap it on.
Well, Abydan, the way that you looked at that shield, it's like it spoke to you, man.
I don't know. Sometimes you just get a feeling about some things.
Oh yeah, that's
And then I'll think, because I can respond. Yeah, okay. Whoever's doing this needs
You don't know. Did you roll it over an 18 insight? You don't know.
I mean, it says I can respond, so it's not like I'm just like getting it like.
Yeah, but do
I have
you
no
know?
clue.
But
I
do you
have no
know?
clue. I'm currently next to a bound mind flayer dude in a town surrounded by mind flayer minions. I think arbitrary skepticism towards magic voices that I hear in my head is very warranted. Now,
Yeah, but you follow the magic voices in your head too. You follow the magic voices in your head to other places. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm
I
saying.
picked up the
Let's
shield and
all,
put it on.
yeah.
I put it on.
Yeah, you did.
I have
You
it
did.
on.
All right.
I'm
So,
believing it. In that case, I'm also grabbing one of those red. Wait, how many cloaks are there in this armory still?
There are at least 5 cloaks that are still available.
I figured.
Is there a
Thank you.
little napkin that I can put on Nantucket?
Oh, yes. It is the royal napkin of Rhetiran that you picked up from the kitchen.
A little pocket.
Guys,
hey,
Helaena finally looks like her picture that we sent before we started the campaign.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, I'm very happy.
Chaz,
Helaena.
give me a name for this shield.
Your name.
Helaena like turns in a corner and starts to like doff her armor so that she can put the plate on.
Yeah.
How long does it take
Quinn.
to don and doff armor?
Yeah.
It takes forever, doesn't it?
10 minutes for heavy.
Your name for this shield is Bloody Buckler Hands.
Bloody buckler hand.
Nice.
For some reason, I feel compelled to name this shield Bloody Buckler Hands.
It's brotherly love. What else can we say about it, man?
They're very true, brother. Bring it in. Bring it in.
We hug.
So Quincy will also, find at least a little bit more private area and, take off the outer shirt and clothes that were covering his light armor. Take that off, put on the half plate, and we'll still put on the fancier, breeches over.
Okay.
And then we'll hand over the leather armor that he got from King of Era and say, Buddy, you mentioned that you were wanting some protective gear. This has served me well.
Is this
And
the
I
armor
think
got
you-
from the pyramid?
The pyramid?
Yeah.
No.
Never-
This is armor that I had from a previous thing.
Inside check. I'm gonna guide myself. I already did.
Okay, so I got a 9 for deception.
I got a 27 for insight.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Yeah, buddy, you're able to see that pretty easily.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's just not my size. It's not worth it.
You don't like them?
Oh, I just don't. feel like taking anything from the man who abandoned me to live in the streets when he knew I existed the whole time. The only thing I'm gonna take from him is something of wealth that I can't exploit properly. And I hold up the ring. Now,
that makes sense. I'm sure there's some other like leather type armors around.
Oh, a bright orange and lime green are my colors,
Okay. Or you could just get skewered in the stomach like I did.
Buddy, do you have a signet ring?
Yeah.
Yes, we've talked about that.
Yeah, I stole it.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't rip it off his body. I kind of got it off his body.
Just like Isildur with Sauron's finger.
That son of a gun off and was like, mine now.
Yeah, Helaena comes around the corner asking that, and she's in her full plate, and she's kind of holding her chainmail over her arms, and she just tosses it on the ground, and she goes, "I am incredibly glad to be rid of that." Lands with the shoulder up, so you can see the frayed bits where the insignia of Everil used to be.
Wow, that suits you.
Thank you.
Are you going with the helmet? Because I was thinking probably not.
She tosses her hair and goes, "With this? No, helmets never work." Thick orange, not quite curly, but very
Can I have the helmet?
Yes.
I'll just wear a helmet.
Sure. She passes it to Buddy.
Buddy immediately puts it on. Yeah.
That's a plus 0.5 to your AC.
It's the shirt that I stole from Hong. And a helmet and the plate helmet. I feel so cool.
You
look cool, buddy.
You do.
Oh, thanks, guys.
Me and Helaena are just vibing right now.
All right, so we should go do things, right? Because the constraint of time.
Go. You need to leave.
DM.
Yes.
2 things. 1, Abydan is going to put his hair up in a ponytail now because he has to do some serious investigating before we jet off.
Okay.
Medically, magically, priestily, what's going on with our unconscious Squidian right now? There's a couple different avenues I can approach with divine sense, medicine that I have knowledge of, and then priesty kind of, learning about the biology in that, in the cloister and stuff like that. I don't know which approach you would like me to take.
Well, the first thing you notice directly off is that he is still unconscious.
Thank God.
Yeah. Yep. Still very much so unconscious. Medicinally, could be woken up from being unconscious. Anything else would have to be an actual roll. What would you like to roll for?
I guess I would say medicine. To see biological changes aside from the tentacles.
I'll go ahead and tell you that there really aren't any.
There really aren't any. Oh, okay.
Except for, the tentacles are a clear sign that the person is becoming more of an illithid.
Rephrase of the question. Are there any weaknesses that have been made more prominent aside from being, a human and squishy?
No, not based off of what actions you all have performed already.
All right, I'm going to stand up. I'll turn to the party. What are we going to do about him, by the way?
Eat him.
Can't keep carrot.
What?
Well, no.
Let's not
Anyway,
eat Buddy?
do we think that there's a possibility that this could be reversed?
I don't think we'll know until we can really sit down and talk to him in a setting of our own choosing.
I don't think he would know. I think whoever did this to him would know.
Well, that's when I say talk to him, I mean more poke and prod him while he's conscious to see what reactions happen.
DM.
Yes.
This isn't my idea. This is Kate's idea from earlier. If I cast message on an unconscious person, are they going to be able to respond?
No.
They have to hear you.
Can I pretend that I am... Can we imagine for a second that I'm Leonardo DiCaprio and the film Inception. And can I use message to incept?
You would need the 5th level spell Dream for that.
Or the cantrip message.
Now hear me out.
Wait a second.
Because I am aware of dreaming, but I also don't have.
You know what?
Also-
I loved that argument so much. Yes.
I mean, I've had full conversations.
Don't just submit to every idea.
Yeah, no.
It
I'm
can
not
be
submitting
based
to
on the
every
die.
idea. That was just a brilliant argument.
I've had
Imagine
full
if-
conversations with people while they were asleep. So, I mean,
It could be based on a dice roll.
I can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, this is the implications of this dice roll are going to come back and haunt the campaign.
Yes,
I hope
no.
so.
absolutely.
What do you say?
I'm going to, point my finger, but I'm gonna get like right between his eyes, and I'm gonna Charles Xavier put my other hand on my temple, and I'm gonna strain to get out the words, and I'm gonna say, what do I say? When you wake up, you really feel compelled to tell us all where Versi actually is and how to help you.
Is what comes back.
Radio silence.
What are you doing, by the way?
His mind is so powerful, but I'm overcoming it.
Okay.
Oh no, it's almost like he has a microphone and making a sound, but we can't hear it because he's too close to the microphone. Oh, I'm struggling. We still can't hear it. Oh no. There it is.
That's not a good sound.
The other two were
Not
way
encouraging.
higher pitched, and that's the reason it didn't register. I'm sorry.
Should we
Wow.
restrain him as well as we can and then wake him up?
He's tied up right now.
Tied up, yeah.
Yes. Is he restrained well enough that if we wake him up, he is not going to escape?
Can I double check
Good
on
with
Tilda's?
tying things.
Can I double check on Tilda's not tying?
I rolled like a 12, so
She knows.
I don't
what she's
know.
doing.
That feels sufficient.
Can I
It's an
double
average
check?
knot. It's like
That
a good.
feels sufficient.
It's an average
Not-
knot.
Fair enough.
Jason, roll. See if you beat me. Beat a 12.
What skill did you roll?
I have
Not
no idea.
tied.
It's just a flat 12.
Is it survival?
Yeah. Oh, if it's survival, it's 17. It's,
Yeah.
I didn't call for survival yet, but that's fine.
Oh
think
no,
it's
she
just
asked, and I thought I was like,
unconstituted-
is
The way that it went was I called for an unconstituted thing. Like, there's not a saving throw or anything, so it just
12
happened.
then.
I thought
Uncontested.
I know, but I was like, I was like,
Yeah,
oh, let's see how
uncontested.
well the thing was, and it was 12.
Okay, either way, we need to start
Yeah,
picking this up, man.
Yeah,
I-
no.
Okay. We need to get out of here. I know we want
Investigate.
answers.
Investigate the knots. Investigate the knots, then we'll get out.
All right. The investigation is a 22.
Okay, the knots are stable.
Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect.
so. Should we wake him up and attempt to communicate?
I think
I
we
don't
should go
know
back
if this guy
to
can communicate.
the kitchen and not
Oh.
in the armory.
Oh,
I
smart.
think we need to look a little bit more first. There's got to be something down here.
Yes.
I'm sure there are treasures abounding.
Well,
Fine, to the kitchen.
for purposes of time and all that, can we say that we start going through room by room?
Yes, room by room by room by room by room. Nothing else of any interest peaks to you guys. There
there
are
a better
any
place
hidden
to-
treasures. There's not a treasury down here. These are servants' quarters. There's nothing really of much interest.
Is there a better place to interrogate him than the kitchen?
I mean, there's a bathroom stall.
Ooh, we can.
we can
Waterboard him.
yes.
Oh my god, I should not have said that as a joke.
We're gonna
Okay,
waterboard him.
great. We're gonna waterboard him.
Yeah, we are. High five.
Woo. All three of us are ready to commit.
War
All
crimes.
right, guys, let's
Unusual
break the
punishment.
Geneva Convention. Let's go.
Geneva Convention, Geneva Convention.
All right. So we take him to the bathroom stall.
Oh my god.
We sit him on the toilet, and
Get some water. Get some water from the sink. We'll wake him up that way.
Use the pump to fill up a bucket. Used to.
Yes.
And
I know what a water pump is.
And.
Can I just yell at him and shake him really hard to wake him up?
Yes. Oh, time it for when I throw the water at him and grab him and like intimidate him.
Okay. I will allow Helaena to roll for intimidation with assistance from Buddy.
That's good. I'm good at
Tilda,
intimidation.
guide him.
To no one's surprise.
Whoa.
Tilda, guide her.
Guidance.
19 total.
19
Did
total.
you guide it?
Plus
Yeah,
guidance.
plus-
Wait. Plus
A
guidance.
D4 just for funny. Funny.
Just
Funsies.
for
21
funny.
total.
There we go. Tilda's
With
around
a
the corner.
21
I'm
total.
like, yeah, Helaena.
With a 21 total, Grinnis wakes up and gives you, just with blackened eyes, gives you a laugh.
Full black?
Full black.
Yes, haha, very funny. You're tied up and you're going to answer our questions. Understand?
I will answer my God.
Where is Versi?
I am Versi.
So everywhere. Fantastic. Why? Why are all of these people sprouting tentacles?
We are Versi.
Helaena steps backwards out of the bathroom stall, turns around and looks at everyone and goes, "This is all we're going to get out of him. I am Versi. We are Versi. Because of Versi."
Ooh,
This
can
is
I
what
try
you-
something?
Oh,
Versi
ahead,
has
buddy.
something very special intended for the bastards.
This is what we're going to get out of him at our current level of interrogation.
Can I try something?
Please
Go
do.
for it.
I'm going to
I'm
hit
gonna
him
slap
if you
myself in
don't.
the face and guide me first, and then I'm gonna walk up and be like, I am Versi. Tell me, Versi. What's the plan, Versi? And I'm gonna lie.
I'm
gonna lie.
I'm gonna lie.
Buddy's like
Wait,
track record is lying to the bad guys to get them to do what we want.
I don't think it'll work on this one.
Not this
That's
one.
every time.
I'm so
Roll for-
sorry. I'm so
Roll for
sorry.
Deception, I
I'm
guess?
so sorry.
Nat 20.
I am so sorry. That is a natural 20 for a total of 28. No, wait, that's a natural 20 for a total of 30.
Yes.
I can send a picture of my dice right now.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna cry.
And
I'm just gonna go
But,
cry
like-
in a hole.
This is
But,
where
like-
the GM remembers that that's not how the dice works, and even if you get a natural 20, it doesn't mean it's a complete success.
But it's still a 30.
It
is
is.
still 30,
it's
so
still
it
a
is a
30
straight
when you
answer.
listen to a straight
Yeah.
answer.
The answer is no, it doesn't work. He just hits you with just the flattest no. He won't do
Anyway.
that, though. But
Mercy. As he says this, you realize that his I am Versi quickly has actually taken over his full voice. And who is sitting in front of you is no longer Lord Grinnis Helid, but is now fully Versi the Deranged.
Is it only big enough to where one of us and Grinnis can fit in there?
That's correct.
Yeah.
With that being said, yes, I am Versi, and yes, I am everywhere in this town. But I wish you the best in killing me, bastard buddy.
Well, I'm not your buddy. And I was really hoping that, the Empress was really so lovely to speak to. And I was hoping that I could have like the same sort of like friendly, carefree conversation that I had with her. Because you just all seem like, I feel like you're not talking enough. And, and there's some way we can just talk about our feelings sometimes. And what's been on your mind, Versi the Deranged? How was your childhood?
My childhood began when I first spoke with my father, very similarly as to you.
Oh, well, I didn't meet my dad until I was like in my 50s, so Maybe not much like me, but it's interesting that you're trying
Neither
to...
did I. I did not become the son of Shavara until much later.
Who were you before that, Versi?
Just a humble farmer.
Yeah.
One now gifted with incredible powers that you couldn't understand with all of your might.
Helaena, still standing at the side, kind of whispers into Buddy, ask him what his name was.
Yeah, well, you talk about this humble farmer. Now, in order to connect, to understand the Versi who I'm seeing before me now, I want to understand the farmer who you were. What was your name back then, What's your character development going on? Who were you?
What was your class, your background?
Overriding psychological weaknesses.
Defenses, vulnerabilities, resistances, whatever you want to give us.
Now, in this book I have right here, this DSM-5, I'm just trying to come up with something that I really understand you by. And I pull out my my tome from my Pact of the Tome.
Hey!
And I put on a pair
Very
of
good.
glasses that I stole from him. Now, what was your name before all this? That's something I really would like to get to the bottom of.
Andre.
Andre. Interesting. Do you mind, is it okay if I call you Andra, or do you prefer Versi?
Versi is the preferred.
Versi is the preferred. Yes, okay. Now,
Buddy, don't
yeah.
call him Versi. Remind him who he was.
Now, what was it like? When you became what you are now? What was that? What happened? What was that night? What was that day? What was the events that led up? Did you have a family that you left to do this with? What was it?
That was the night of my birth. My freedom.
Yes. Now, let's imagine for a second that there was existence before birth. That there was a past life, if you will, that the becoming of Versi was
My past life means nothing, you fool.
It could
I
mean
see
nothing
what you're
more.
doing.
Well, you hear what I'm doing because I'm talking. And I would greatly appreciate if you would tell us, like, where were you from when you were a farmer? Did you live in Everon?
In Rhetiran.
Oh, you're
House
you're a local.
Rhetiran.
Oh, so you were a farmer. So how you were House Rhetiran?
I was the first of House Rhetiran. My family.
Interesting. So if you could put an age to you, how old would you be?
My new life began maybe a few weeks ago.
How old is
Anything
House
before that means nothing.
Okay. Yeah, now, can I talk to Grennis for a second, Versi?
Oh, Grannis is long dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Who cares?
Based off of his whatever, am I able to determine if that's completely true?
Insight on that, DM.
Jason, you asked first, or Quincy asked first.
Yeah.
What do you roll?
Maybe Abydan would be helping. I mean, like insight to see if he was.
Yeah, roll for insight, Abydan. You may use help.
Guidance.
Oh. So that's 22.
With a 22, yeah, Gurnis is dead.
And so you are here, and you're also everywhere, with all the other people with the pink beards, correct?
Pink what?
Beards. I mean, the tentacles, it looks like a beard. I'm just trying to connect with you on a little bit of a humor level here, buddy.
Your humor is silly.
Oh, that's the point. Anyway, are you here anywhere? Are you existing, would you say, sort of like a fourth dimensionally, I guess it would be, like you're existing throughout all of these iterations at the same time?
You speak words that are, well, above what I believed you to be, Buddy the bastard.
I went to school.
But I will go ahead and tell you, I do exist in all of and there is no hope for you all escaping this house.
Yeah, hey DM.
Yeah, Abydan.
Is there sounds of movement of the secret door and stuff at this point?
Nope. Very quiet.
I'm just gonna inch closer to Percy then.
I don't quietly to Tilda, Abydan, and Helaena. I don't know how much more we can get from him, but he is doing a really good job right now.
I agree, but Quincy, are you going to be comfortable if we kill him? I don't want to risk him being able to call people down to where we are until we have a solid plan.
I don't. Even if there's a sliver of hope that Grinnis is not actually dead.
Are you willing to risk all of our lives against that bet?
We don't have the authority to kill like that. If it truly is Versi and Versi alone, I think he's past that point. Personally,
no.
Go ahead, buddy.
I just want to ask real quick. So, what I'm getting at is that every single one of the Pinkbeards, humor, silly, they can see me right now talking to you, and they can hear what I'm saying to you.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna make sparkles appear as I cast Prestidigitation, and I'm gonna point my finger at them, and I'm gonna Eldritch Blast his head off.
I was wondering when that was going to happen. Roll to hit at advantage. Oh, no, it's a...
That's a natural 20.
Okay.
It's only
That's good
10 points
today.
of force damage.
with
10 points of force damage on a crit.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 on the die.
Okay. That's still enough to snap his neck.
It's like he was already injured too.
Helaena recognizes the noise of a neck
Please, for the
snapping
love
and-
of God, no one say that this was non-lethal. That felt lethal.
It was lethal. No, I was... Every single one of these enemies, if I learned, is able to see and hear my family. In order to protect them, I have to... They know. They're going to know that I... no matter what. So I'm just going to end their CCTV on us.
Sure.
Yeah, Helaena, recognizing the noise of a neck snapping, peeks her head in and goes, "You just saved Quincy and I probably another 2 hours of debate. And I think that's a good thing."
I'm gonna put my hand on Quincy's shoulder. I'm gonna look him straight in the eye. If there are things you can't stomach doing, leave it to the ones who can.
It's not about stomaching it. It's about not losing our humanity in the process of surviving.
There was no humanity left. They are all Versi. And if he can do this within a couple weeks to one whole town, what is going to happen to the rest of Everil?
I think it's a couple days he did this.
That is
Well, maybe,
We
but
need
he
to
said
go.
he appeared a few weeks ago, so I don't know when he started or if it was instantaneous.
It doesn't matter
It
how
doesn't-
long it took him.
We need to go. He knows we're down here. His little chat's been cut off. It's time to vamoose and get the hells out of here.
How and where?
Servants
There is always a servant door out the back of the kitchen that leads to any sort of barnyard or area where they can access their animals easier. So there's got to be one in there.
You're right. We need horses. We need to get out of here fast.
Grab one of the Rhetiran cloaks in the armory on the way out. He didn't see us in them.
Buddy, I might need that helmet back. We all might want to put something on our heads and faces. Not the tentacles.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
We need to cover our heads. Yes, cloaks, but we all need to have helmets or something on because the second they see that we don't have tentacles, I don't know how long we have.
Quincy will, without saying anything else, will just break off from the group, go back to the armory, grab the cloaks and 4 helmets because Buddy already had one, and then bring them
Buddy,
back.
go ahead.
When I take off my helmet and I pass it to Helaena, the helmet was the only thing that was covering my tears. All right, let's get out of here. We still have a scorpion to deal with, and we still have a all-knowing squid, man. So we gotta figure out what to do.
Helaena puts her hand on Buddy's shoulder and looks him in the eyes and says, "You've never taken a life before, have you?"
No, I have not.
If you want to talk about it, I'm here.
Thank you. I think the most important thing is that we leave right now.
Later.
Yeah.
Puts the helmet on.
Helmets and cloaks.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Find a service entrance and leave.
Get to the barn.
You all are able to find a servant exit from the kitchen that does in fact lead you up some stairs into one of the stables. One of the stables does have horses that are there as well. These are not just any ordinary horses. These horses seem to have been bred for battle.
War horses, huh?
The 5 of them that you find are not saddled, but on the saddle does hold the colors of Rhetiran, the orange and green. It would make you blend in perfect.
Now, there are 5. There's 5 of us, but Tilda, with you being able to change shape and all that, you might not even need your old horse. You could ride on one of ours for the time being if you needed.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think I would be able to handle a horse on my own anyway.
So I'll get to working on the saddles now. And Quincy has been around horses a fair amount, so he knows, where to go for saddling and strapping them on and making sure they're secure.
Helaena would help. She's got land vehicle proficiency, so Helaena would be helping Quincy do that just to cut down on the time it takes.
Me too.
Okay.
Before we
Tilda.
head out, I'm gonna walk over to Buddy and just be like, Buddy, that wasn't easy, but thank you for doing what you had to do to save your family. Sometimes it's too late before you can save them, and so you did what you had to do.
Yeah, thanks.
And I give him a hug.
I'm gonna just, as long as you guys are safe, that's what I'll make. I guess I'll make hard decisions like this.
And you'll do great. Now throw me on a horse, please.
With my strength of +0.
It's fine.
I will.
110
Felt like the
pounds?
moment.
Since Tilda let me ride her as a dire wolf through the forest, I will offer that she could ride on my horse with me.
Just in case you get hurt again, right, Quincy?
Don't worry, I believe I'm a little bit more sturdy in this armor, which is a lot heavier than it looks, by the way.
You're gonna have really great legs by the end of this. Let's get out of here.
I have been skipping leg day.
On that note,
Yeah.
you all begin to travel.
Yeah, just
Where do you go?
kick the reins or whip the reins, and I mean, what is immediately outside of the barn though?
I sent the Empress to the Western Gate when I
That is
liked her.
correct.
So
East.
we do not want to go out the Western Gate.
I would. Well, speaking of
You guys
thematic
again came from the north.
Well,
speaking of thematic relevancy, I mean, we need allies, right? And we're going east or south, probably. So why don't we go to the eastern arm?
so I want to add something. My background is urchin, so we can move twice as fast as a city as normal. So do we want to stay in the city, or do as like, I can find passages and things. Do we want to stay in the city and see if if we can do something?
I don't think we need to stay here.
Yeah, I don't think we should stay.
I
Where do we go?
almost feel like, how are we going to make any progress in the thing if we don't I don't know,
I think
find the
we have to
original
say-
Versi.
Then I mean,
We got to find the original Versi and see if, like, I mean, not to be too meta, but like, see if taking him out like actually solves something.
Yeah,
Okay, so
to be
the
meta,
head-
I completely agree. But as we are now,
So when we went to the manor, we put the city on high alert.
Mm-hmm.
So it's safe to assume that we're not going to be able to get out a gate. I would recommend, as someone with my background, we go into the sewers.
Yet
horses?
again.
use it as a base to try to find out more about
Yeah,
where Versi is, more
DM,
about.
Yes.
There are, so the city's on curfew, 1.
Yes.
2, there are slums in the city, presumably, right?
That is correct.
It would be safe to assume that if we were to go to a slum-ish area, we might be able to find stables to stable our horses and find like a sewer grate, like entrance to where we can hide and transport ourselves.
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Guys, I got a feel for cities. I can smell where we need to go. And I think there's no one else who's going to stop this. We have to stop it. And if we leave, if we abandon it, we're abandoning thousands of people for the same fate that Lord Grennis just faced.
I agree.
And I don't want to do that.
So we need to find a location that was relatively safe, like what you were suggesting, the sewers.
And
And
if we're in the
then
slums, it's going to be tight and, very slim street paths and lots of alleyways. We'll be able to slip in and out. And I can guide us through these things quickly. My favorite terrain is sewer.
DM, just to puzzle something out, based off everything that we've experienced with Versi and how much of an absolute a-hole he is and how much of a showboat he is, would he install himself in like kind of a centralized, upraised, lavish kind of building from which he could lord over this place?
Potentially.
Well, then that's our plan. We hit the sewers, then we assassinate the son of a squid head.
Right. And Tilda, Helaena, I don't want to make any decisions without having like everyone like kind of be in with it.
I'm fine with whatever. I think we need to take Versi out.
I swore an oath to protect the kingdom, and so far I have done a very poor job doing that.
Well,
So I agree. We stay and we protect. And besides, you all need someone who can make sure you don't get too hurt, keeping an eye on your backs. And I am honored to do that.
well, so far on this journey, I've only been hurt emotionally, so I think I'm gonna be okay. Let's go find a ripe sewer.
Fantastic.
Hey, he
With-
has prestidigitation now. He can at least cover the scent.
With that being said, my friends, that's all the time we have for right now. A life was taken, and you all now have your next mission. Find a place to hide and find Versi, the original Versi. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, roll nat 20s.
hello again. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We sure hope that you enjoyed today's episode and will continue listening as the story continues. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you're listening elsewhere, be sure to drop a review on the app of your choice. If you would like to follow us on social media, you can find us at bardun.adventures. That is BARDUN.adventures. If you enjoyed the music featured in this podcast, you might consider contributing to the creator's Patreon at Drinker the Bard. That's DRINKARD, the Bard. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.